come alive. Well, you all look like you're exhausted. How many people were at the picnic? That's why you're all just exhausted. So good morning. Everybody's feeling good? Good, good, good. I'm going to invite you to stand. And let's bring it home. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. Why is that, Paul? 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. It'll all be clear today. Don't pay no mind to those demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Here we go. Settle down, Pauline. Settle down. It'll all be clear. Right, Wanda? Don't pay no mind to those demons. They fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. Why is that, Wim? 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Here we go. That was cool. So good morning, everyone. Full weekend, huh? Woo! What a week. How's everybody's summer so far? Good? Anybody still going on vacation later in the summer?
Yes.
I know you are, Kevin. Yes. Right? Yes. So welcome to today. What's happening in your world today? Just take a moment and ask yourself, like, what's happening in your world today? And then check and see, are you good with it? Are you good with it? No matter what it is, you can be good with it. So is there anybody here for the first time today? Oh, Paul, stand up. Tell everybody who you are.
Hi, everybody. Good to be in your home. I love that song. I'm Paul Sherman. I live in Palm Springs, and I am thrilled. This is my first physical time here in this center. Thank you for your very, very, very warm welcome. I feel like I'm over here.
Good job, yes. No, he think he has that. Don't you have Mental Muscle, the book? Yes, he does. He already took the program. Okay, so we come together every Sunday as a spiritual community. And I always say to do one thing and one thing alone, but you're all here for your own reasons, and I'd love to go around the room and find out why you're all here today, but I don't have time. So we come together to celebrate who we are and what we are, and to know that right where I am, and that's really really important. It's a paramount. It's a primal idea that right where I am, God is. Sometimes it sounds like those words that we've memorized, right where I am, God is. But what does that mean, really? It means there's a real responsibility to knowing that you are the energy of the universe, that you are the creativity of the universe. And what you speak, what you say, how you behave, how your energy moves from you, how you vibrate, all of that is impacting the world in some way. Right? We're always thinking about, what am I getting? What am I getting? But what am I giving? So that's really important to right where I am, God is. So act appropriately. Yes. So, right? So we also celebrate our vision statement, which is? No, that was really lame. Which is? Love only. Love. Hit love. Ready? Love only. Great. Okay, good. Oh, like this when you like as much? Really? Okay. Forgive everything. Who has a problem with that still? Okay, you good with this? You're forgiving everything in your life? Tell me your name.
Truly, yes.
Okay.
Jack.
Jack. Okay, Jack. And then the last one.
Remember who you are.
Remember who you are. And everybody remembering that? Great. So take a deep breath. And I'm going to leave the stage because what I want you to do in this moment is give yourself permission to let go of your life. Let go of your day, let go of what you think you have to do later, let go of what you think you're here to do as a person, let go of any big dreams you have, let go of any past anything you have, and see if you can sit in a sea of pure surrender. Try it.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear and I am kinder every moment, every day. I am more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
So how do you feel? Because, you know, feeling's a big part of everything that we do here. You know, it took us many years to realize that your feelings are actually what's creating your future, your emotions, your feelings, because that's really your beliefs acting out. So that's what we want to pay attention to. Okay, so let's have our inspiration today. Come on up. Give you a warm welcome to Amy Shapiro. You look great. I love this look. So much red. Yes. So, what's our theme?
Fun. Fun, fun, fun.
Okay. So
Yes,
tell
fun.
everybody,
Yes,
how
fun.
does this play out in your life?
So,
we talked about this yesterday,
we
you and
did.
I, right? So, and
That's
you
right.
said you had like so many things.
Right. So many things.
Hit me with one.
I will. So, fun.
Tell them.
I will. I'm not going to tell you. I want to
Exactly.
tell them.
You got all this
That's right.
audience.
That's right. Which I love, actually.
I know.
So, yes, fun. Well, I am all about vibration and energy and Joe Dispenza, and I've been doing the Dispenza meditation since before I joined Q Vitality, which, by the way, I love doing. And it's been really, really good for me to raise my vibration and to open myself up to opportunities. And it just so happened last week, you know, here I am, I'm in Old Navy, right, running through, grabbing something. There was something there I wanted to buy. It was late, it was about 7 o'clock at night, and I'm standing in the checkout line. There's one person there, me and another person, and she generously let me go in front of her because I only had one thing. So I'm just standing there, and all of a sudden, over the intercom, they start playing ABBA Dancing Queen. So who doesn't know how that goes, right? So I'm in the line, and it's me and this other woman, and I'm sitting there going, dancing queen, you know, I'm out loud, right? This is my out loud voice, and I'm sitting there dancing with my thing, and I'm just waiting, and I'm grooving on the music, because who doesn't do that, right? Who doesn't do that when Dancing Queen comes on? And all of a sudden, I hear this other voice next to me going, dancing queen, and I look at her, and she looks at me, she's got a bunch of stuff, and I said, all right, who doesn't know this? Let's do it. So she and I
So
are
it was
the
like, what
only
are those
ones
things
in
called
there.
when that happens? A flash mob. You
We
were a
had
flash little
of
mob.
Two.
Yeah.
We were a flash little mob.
A flash couple.
There was only one, right. We were a flash couple, and we just went at it, right? We're standing in line and went at it, and I smiled at her, and she smiled at me. Now, when I got up that morning and I looked at my planner and I had my day and I have my appointments, you know, did I have in there? At 7 o'clock, I'm going to be in Old Navy dancing to Dancing Queen with somebody I don't know. Did I have that in my planner? No. Did I have an intention that morning when I was listening to Dispenza, when I was in gratitude, when I opened myself up to what was possible? Because I was fully present in this opportunity that I then got to step into.
Yep.
And I brought the fun. This is what I'm learning about remember who you are, because sometimes for me, remember who you are also means stop remembering who you think you're not. And just move yourself.
That's a great
Right?
one.
That's what out of this, because once I moved myself out of the way and was fully present for these opportunities, they just showed up. I mean, I had another one at a concert we were at a Bruce Springsteen cover band, where we were rocking on with somebody that I didn't know. Again, I didn't worry about the fact that it was just me from this group that was up there dancing. And there was a 3.5-year-old, God knows if we could bottle her, Q Vitality, Beyond the Beyond. And we played and we danced, and you know, I was from Jersey yelling out, and she was from Brooklyn, this other person I didn't know, and we had a grand
Brooklyn
time.
and Jersey.
Brooklyn and Jersey were doing Springsteen.
In the house.
In the house, right?
Wow.
And screaming and yelling, but it was about being able to be fully present and stepping into these opportunities that show up, because that for me is, and the energy that I brought, the fun that I brought was generative. I generated.
And you know what?
I brought it.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's
But here's the
everywhere.
thing. It's vibration.
It is.
So if you're not
Correct.
primed and open
Right.
and
That's
you
right.
surrendered to show me the fun.
That's right.
Yeah,
Show me the
you
fun,
might miss it.
Right? And often did, and then wondered why, with what I knew, because I've been in this teaching a while. Why wasn't I having the experience I wanted to have, which was more joy and more fun? Fun was always a tough one for me, actually. Like Doug, who when he was up here talking about fun, right? So why
Was that last
wasn't
week, Doug?
Could have been 2 weeks ago, whatever. But these opportunities that I stepped into, that I was present and available for, and there they were. So, and I had a great time.
That's great. I'm so glad, and I'm so glad you said that. That stop worrying, stop thinking about what you're not.
What you think you're not.
What you think you're not.
Because what you know is who you are.
Yeah.
But stop thinking about, you can't think about what you think you're not, because that separated me from that vital, vibrant energy.
Also,
and
what you
from
think you're
people.
not comes from stuff that
All the
really
old
has
stuff.
no perspective.
Right, like move
Yeah.
your bloated nothingness out of the way, as you
Of
would
the
say.
divine circuits.
Of those circuits.
Yeah, I used to
right.
only say
That's
that.
right.
I only used to say the
That's right.
first half.
That's
Get your
right.
bloated nothingness out of the way. But then someone corrected me and said, you should finish that sentence. I was like,
Right.
is there more?
Of that vitality, that energy.
Of the divine
Right.
circuits. Like,
And-
get out of the way of
and
what wants to come through.
now that we're doing emotion and vibration, like I'm all about the body, about
Yeah.
all of that. So this is from the inside out. And that's
Yeah.
what's different.
Which is also a great Disney movie.
Yes,
Inside
yes,
Out.
Inside Out, yes, it was.
Love that.
We've
Let's do our
talked for that.
affirmation.
All
Because
right.
it goes right off of what you just said.
Yes, it does. So,
Because this is what this is the truth of this month.
that's right. So everybody gets up. Because we were playing down in our circle downstairs. We were having a good old time.
As we're doing this, can you play Dancing Queen for me?
Okay.
Somebody up there has to know Dancing Queen.
And everybody knows it, don't
Everybody,
they?
I'm
Even
sure.
the men.
John
come
DePatie,
on.
you know Dancing
Own
Queen.
up. Own up. Come on. That's where we go. All right, come on.
Okay, guys,
right.
let it go.
That's right. Let it go. Come on. So, I am the creator of fun in my life. Everybody.
Here we go.
Together.
5, 6, 7, 8. I am the creator
of fun
love in my life. Your own way. One more time. Connie Tibbetts Miller, get up.
Get
Let
up.
me see
Come
you
on.
move it,
Get
baby.
up. Get up.
Yeah, here we
Get
go.
up. Get up.
1,
2,
2,
3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am the creator of fun in my life.
Woo! Okay. See what you did? Oh, thank you. Good job, Amy. Okay. So it's always so much fun when we get to premiere a new song of Dancing Queen. No. This, you don't get this very often. Maybe ever. Have we ever? Once. This is a song that Robbie wrote. And he sent it to me a couple months ago, and we've been looking for the right time to do it because we picked the weekend where we've worked ourselves silly. So I have a little bit of help with the lyrics. No, girls, get on either side of me. Okay. Yeah, please. Support me in this. Okay. So, Robbie, what's the name of the song? There's a dream coming. Here we go. There's a dream coming, a dream coming that I can hold in my hand. I was searching for the answer, and the answer wouldn't come. But there's a dream coming, a dream coming coming that I can hold in my hand. And the skies seem to laugh and cry at the same time. And the world turned and the sun shined. The night filled the trees and my dreams fell with the leaves. There is hope in the air now, a hope we can see. There's a dream coming, a dream coming that I can hold in my hand. I was searching for the answer, and the answer wouldn't come. But there's a dream coming, a dream coming that I can hold in my hand. And the night seemed too dark, and the world seemed a strange land. But then you turned and you took my hand. Your touch set me free, and I held you close to me. There is hope in the air now, a hope I can see. There's a dream coming, a dream coming that I can hold in my hand. I was searching for the answer, but the answer wouldn't come. But there's a dream coming, a dream coming that I can hold in my hand. There's a dream coming, a dream coming that I can hold in my hand. There's a dream coming, a dream coming that I can hold in my hands, in my hands, in my hands, in my hands. Robbie Gilman. Okay. It's just like, God, this print's so small. So, I was listening to the lyrics of Robbie's song, and I was, oh, no, Robbie, come here a minute. I forgot what I wanted to do. You use that mic right there. I have a whole other song for you to sing now. No, I'm kidding. Tell us why you wrote that song. Tell us what the song's about to you. What's the inspiration?
Okay, I have to say that
you have a lyricist.
The lyricist is Rex Oppenheimer. He just presented me with this lyric, and the music came out the way it did. To me, it feels like a kind of a Martin Luther King type thing of, have a dream. So that was the inspiration for me. Yeah.
Okay. And does it touch you?
Oh, it did. Yes, it does.
I can tell you got a little lump in your throat right now.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah,
thank you. So as I was looking at the lyrics, we don't talk a lot about time in Signs of Mind, and certainly when we're creating things, it's never something's coming. Oh, anybody know that tune? It's never that something is coming. It's always that, yes, thank you, West Side Story little remark. I got it in early. That was like 1 minute into my talk. We never teach that we are waiting for something. We teach that, and so it is. When we're done demonstrating, we're done creating what we want, we say, and so it is, not, and so it will come. So I was looking at this song, but then I was thinking about it in a more quantum-y way. Quantum-y, if that's even a word. It's not. And I got to thinking, I was like, well, wait. Process is really important. So I pulled up this quote first. Looks a little bit like Lexi. Never underestimate your effort, no matter how little. Every effort, little or great, is a step closer towards the actualization of your dreams. And that is Chinoye Chidoliu. I had to look that up, obviously. This is a Nigerian poet. And I thought about this. I was like, we sometimes try to bite everything off at once, even when we talk about I am God. Do you know why so many people have a problem with the concept of I am God? Because it's too big for them to comprehend. It's too big to believe I am all of this, right? We have to work ourselves. We have to go through the process of understanding what exactly does that mean. It means not that I am all of this at all the time, carrying around the weight of the world and the responsibility of ages with me everywhere. No, it's that I am that which thou art, from the Bible. I am that energy that's flowing through me. Get with the program. That's what I am God really means. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, so process, okay, so we should talk about what does it mean when we talk about process? What happens along the way of you living your life? Now just think about your week even. What happens along the way that something happens and you take a turn? Something happens in your life and, wait a minute, I need to reevaluate this. I have to look at this. Something shows up, a relationship shows up, or a relationship ends, or a job shows up, or a job ends, or a health issue comes up, or you get healthy again. Right? Whatever that is, it's a process, isn't it? And every day we're learning more about ourselves. We're learning more about how we react. We're learning more about what the universe is all about, how this law works, this thing called life, how it works. So it is about process. And what I loved about this quote is that, and your song, Robbie, is that the dream coming is okay, but I have to be taking steps towards that dream. I have to have decided what the dream is. What do I really want? Which is why I said, what do you want? What do you want? So I have to know that and then take my steps towards it. And it's all part of the process. And I think we get caught up in this idea of it's all done, it's all done. And then sometimes we're all done and we don't do anything else. And we're waiting for something to happen. And we're putting the responsibility somewhere else or on someone else or something else to make us happy, to make us have fun. Like Amy was saying, she brings the fun. We need to bring the dream. We need to bring the aspirations. We need to bring the design that we want to live by. So that's where I got with your song, Robbie. So I was like, yeah, you know what? There is a dream coming. I have a giant dream of what my life is. And I love my life now. I love what I get to do. But there's so much more that I want to do. So am I going to walk around worrying or thinking about what I'm not getting to do? Or am I going to be in the process and know that that dream is right here, right now with me at all times, no matter what? But it's being realized as I move, as I evolve, as I continue to grow and take steps purposefully, decisively, you know? So I pulled up this Joe Dispenza quote. When you visualize your future, you're giving your brain a map. But when you feel it emotionally, you're already living it. So I think both of these are very important, and that's from becoming supernatural. I think both of these are important. Giving your brain a map is really important to say, here's what I want to do, here's where I want to go. Not necessarily how you're going to get there, but knowing this is where I want to be, this is where I want to go in this moment. And then start living it, which is what we're doing a lot in Q Vitality. Living the future, futurizing our emotions so that we can feel what it feels like. I have to tell you, this weekend, this has been a fabulous week to get to go back 35 years and play a character that I wrote 35 years ago and to find things in the script that I didn't find 35 years ago because I was only how old was I? 35? Yeah, 35. Half of 70. So, 35 years ago, there were things I didn't see in the script that I found. In fact, on Friday while we were reading the script, I found something at the end of the show that caught me so off guard, I couldn't speak. I just started crying. I couldn't speak. And I was like, was that there before, or did I just miss it? Of course, I missed it. I was 35. I'm 70. I actually see a lot more now in that than I did then. So it was a great week, really a great week. And I can say this, I started to feel things that I hadn't felt in a long time, and started to feel things about writing and what I love doing. And it just inspired me in such a great way, the feeling of it. I had the idea of it a lot, but the feeling. So it's one thing to have the idea, it's another thing to let yourself feel it. Don't be afraid to feel what it feels like to be in the body of that person that dream is a coming, right? So something else happened this week that was extraordinarily challenging. I woke up on Wednesday morning and turned my computer on, and it was an exclamation point with a circle around it saying, "Call support." And probably like most of you, my computer is pretty important to my life. Everything I do is on that computer. And I was, first you turn your computer off, then you turn it back on about 5 times, just so you can see that exclamation point. And then your heart starts going and you're like, oh no, I'm in the middle of something. Everything I have. And I said, it's okay, it's all backed up to the iCloud, it's all fine. And so then I call support and I'm on the phone and they're putting things into my computer remotely. And then finally a sign came up and just said, error. And I was like, my heart really, it was really like very stressful. But I kept saying to myself, everything unfolds perfectly. My life is unfolding perfectly. But you know what was funny? I was just saying the words. I wasn't quite feeling it. So I really got the distinction between when I say something and when I mean something. I was like, it's okay, James, life is unfolding perfectly. No, it's not! It was like, that was what was going on in my head. And then the guy said, you need to bring it into Apple. I said, okay, it's impossible to can you get me an appointment right away? And he said, I can get you one at 2 o'clock at the Grove. And I was like, I'll be there. So I go to the Grove. I drive to the Grove. It was actually pretty, and the fountain was there. I was like, you know what? Maybe this just is why I needed to get out and see the world today. Because in my head, I'm still screaming. So I get there. The guy, I sit down, and I say, James Mellon, and this guy literally walks right up and goes, Mr. Mellon, I'm here. I'm going to help you. He sits down, calm, in English accent, perfect, very sexy. It's great. He sits down next to me, starts talking to me about my computer, and he explains what's probably going on. And then he plugs it in, and he looked like he was going to just turn my computer on and fix it. And he plugs it in, and then the little thing comes up, and he goes, oh. I said, well, that's why I'm here, because this little exclamation point. He goes, okay. He said, and then he does all this other stuff, and he's starting to do everything I did for the last 2 hours. And all the things are coming up, and finally he just looks at me, he goes, how important is the data on your computer? And I was like, well, let me see. I'm in the middle of 3 screenplays, 2 musicals. They're all on the computer. I said, but it's okay. I back everything up to the iCloud. And this look on his face, he said, can you give me your iCloud information so I can go see that all of your stuff is backed up? I said, sure. He pulls it up, and I said, there it is. And he says, that's your desktop? I said, yeah. He said, click on it. I click on the desktop. It's my old desktop. And I say, that's weird, because that's the old desktop. The new desktop usually is right above it. He went, yeah, there was a little glitch. Your iCloud stopped backing up your computer about a year ago. So I'm sitting in an Apple, and I'm like, in my head, I am like one of those scream pictures, like, ah! And I'm just like, okay, that's all of Bells Are Swinging, the entire new rewrite I did, all of an unfinished song that I just finished putting into the computer for 8 hours, all the rewrites of that, all of it's gone, you're telling me. He was like, yeah. I said, uh-huh. Yeah. All my classes, Q Vitality, everything, all my final 2 classes of Q Vitality, all of it, everything's gone for the last year. All of Advanced Consciousness, everything, all the weddings, all my funerals, everything, all gone. You feeling bad enough yet? Yeah. It doesn't get better, so don't expect a happy ending. So he says to me, if you leave the computer for 48 hours, we'll be able to reprogram it. You'll get your computer back. It'll be totally fine. And I said, and the data? He said, no, that'll all be gone. And he was very funny because it was like, I felt like I was in a sci-fi. He was like, so would you like to proceed? And I was like, no. I said, no, this data can't be lost. And he said, well, there is a gentleman, a company in Austin, Texas, who are the standard data recovery people. If they can't get it, no one can't get it. And I thought, Austin, Texas, makes perfect sense. And so I said, okay. He gave me the number. He said, just go send it to them. If they can't get the data back, then your data's lost. So I did it. I just got in the car. I went, see, my life is unfolding perfectly. I could have unfolded perfectly 2 days ago, but okay. So I sent it to Texas, and Kevin and I sent it to Texas, and the guy called me the next day and said, well, yep, we got it. Everything's good. We're going to get into it. Then he sent me a little email at the end of the day saying, we haven't been able to open it yet, but we're confident we can get in there. So then on Friday, that was Thursday, Friday, I'm in rehearsal all day, so I really didn't have time to think about it. But I called right at the end of the day, and he was like, do you think it's possible that Apple erased your hard drive and didn't tell you? And I said, anything's possible, but I was right there, and I could never get the computer open, so I don't know how they could have erased it. He said, okay, we have a number of more tricks that we're going to try. He said, but we'll keep going. So now I haven't heard anything since. And that's my entire talk. Thank you. Because I can't think now. I have no computer to write my talk on. So, no. No, because that's really not what that story was about. That did happen, and that is still happening. As turned out, I had sent the rewrite of Bells Are Swinging to my writing partner, so I have the rewrite of Bells Are Swinging. And I've sent Unfinished Song to all the actors. So, because Kevin's like, we do have the script. You sent it to all of us. I was like, oh, dear God. So we have the script. So those two things, all the other things, see, here's the real talk. The title of my talk today is Untethered. And here's why it's called Untethered. Because I had no idea how freaking attached I was to my keyboard, to my computer. And when it was gone, and I had no references, nothing I could look back on, I didn't even have a computer, because Kevin needs his computer, because he's so attached to his computer. But he needs to do his work on his computer, too. And people are giving me computers to use that I could use, and none of them are working. There was a moment. There was an absolute moment where I had this, I can't even explain the feeling. It was a horrible loss feeling that was covered up instantly by a freedom, an emotional freedom. I was like, so I've lost everything. If everything's gone that I did in this last year, maybe all of that wasn't that important. And maybe I'm attached to the wrong data. Maybe it's the data that is holding me back because it's telling me who I think I am, much like what Amy said. And I was like, what am I going to do now that I have all this free time? I have all this time. I can't sit down and do this. I can't write this. And I just got to tell you, I was so freed up. And I'm not trying to tell you you should all throw out your computers at all. But I am thinking maybe we're a little too attached to our devices. We're a little too attached to what we think we have to be doing all the time. And I think we're a little attached to having to be doing something all the time to keep ourselves occupied. Because unoccupied, untethered from that world out there, my heart began to overflow. And by Friday night, when I got to actually be physically present in my play, it was the most freeing experience I've ever had, to be in that way, and to know that there was nothing beckoning me or calling me or waiting for me to get back to. And I hope you can feel what I'm expressing today. This quote is by Michael Singer, who wrote The Untethered Soul. He says, "The day you decide that you are more interested in being aware of your thoughts than you are in the thoughts themselves, that is the day you find your way out." Now just let that sink in for a minute. The day you decide that you are more interested in being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your thoughts, than in the thoughts themselves, now you found your way out. You're no longer being trapped by what's being said to you, by what's being read to you, by what you're reading, by the thoughts you're even having. You are stepping back and being a participant in this glorious thing called quantum reality. And it's less about getting caught up in the world of form. I now, in quantum vitality, I came up with something that really, really surprised me when I came up with it. Let me go to this slide first, though. This is a great slide by Dale Carnegie. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Because I wanted to bring this back to fun, too. You know, I have fun teaching science of mind. I have fun teaching quantum metaphysics. I do. I have fun doing that stuff, which is why I think I am good at it. Why I not to tote my own horn, but why I am so passionate about it, which is why it comes off as being interesting, because I'm interested. Do you ever have somebody who's trying to teach you something that they're not interested in? Oh, it's torture. It's absolutely torture, right? I had a guy who taught Shakespeare in college, at LaSalle College. He hated Shakespeare. He told us that at the beginning. He said, "This is the only class that was left. I'm teaching it. I hate Shakespeare. You all do too, probably, but let's get through it." I was like, oh, this will be a fun semester. Yeah. So people rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. So if you want to be successful, then start enjoying what you're doing. And if you're not enjoying what you're doing, stop trying to be successful at it. There's something to think about. It's like that thing. If you can't put your heart in it, take yourself out of it. And then I pulled this slide up just because I liked it. If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun. Katharine Hepburn. Now, I picked this slide for a reason. I don't want to be up here telling you all to just screw all the rules. There are no rules. Know the rules and follow the rules are two different things. I think we get caught up in the rules. And I'm comparing this to my computer. We get locked into something. And we think that's the only way to do it. That's the rule. It's not a rule maybe that the government gave you or that your parents gave you, but you've made it up for yourself. This is the way I live my life. This is how I do it. I know them, but I don't always have to follow them. And there are times when it is imperative, certainly in today's world, where you do not follow the rules and you speak your truth, where you have to stand up for what you believe, even if someone's saying this is the way it is. And I think that's important. So I think that was an important slide. And then this one. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Walt Disney. So I was working this week, last week, on Q Vitality, quantum vitality. And we're doing this futurizing, and Doug did a beautiful meditation before service. And I'm sorry, I wanted to send out an email last night letting you know what he was going to do, and I didn't really have time to. So next time we will let you know when that's going to happen. But he did a brain-heart coherence meditation today, which was helping us bring our brains into our hearts and come from one place. And we've been working on that for the last 3 weeks in quantum vitality. And suddenly when I was in a meditation one day, I had this thought. And that's where this quote comes from. It's so much fun to do what seems impossible. You all know you have a conscious mind, right? You all know when you're awake and aware and you're using your conscious mind. I'm using my conscious mind right now, right? But you all know you have a subconscious mind too, right? In your subconscious are your beliefs, all your memories, the past, all of your emotions, your feelings. All of that is in the subconscious of your mind. You're not really generally aware of it. Do you ever get into a mood where all of a sudden you're in a mood and you don't know why you're in that mood? Because your subconscious has reached up and answered something you're doing consciously, right? And you cannot be aware of it. So I was like, well, if we can do brain-heart coherence work, why can't we do conscious mind, subconscious mind coherence work. And I'd never heard it before. I looked it up. I didn't see anything. I was like, oh, maybe I could be the conscious unconscious guy. And so I decided to try it. So I did. I went into a half-hour meditation where I was very aware of everything, and then I just dropped in and let things come up from my subconscious, and then lived there simultaneously, consciously dealing with my subconscious, where I was really, and part of it is backing, when I always say back it up and ask yourself, why do I feel that way? That's dipping into your subconscious. But I wasn't really doing the work that way. I was in a meditative state, allowing my subconscious and my conscious to kind of come together. And I'm paying attention to it. And then I spent the entire week, not just in meditation, but constantly reminding myself, asking myself to be aware of why I was saying what I was saying, why I was feeling what I was feeling. And I really brought a coherence to my conscious mind and my subconscious mind. My reactions were different. My feelings were different. I had greater success at what I was doing. It was pretty amazing, and then my computer broke down, which also helped to give me a perspective on everything. So this idea, Michael Singer's idea, his quote about paying more attention to your awareness than the thoughts themselves, because here's the thing, those thoughts are coming from somewhere. Right? Your thoughts are coming from somewhere. And the fun is finding out, where is that somewhere? Can you follow this? So your thoughts are coming from somewhere. We get trapped in the thoughts themselves, and they take us on these particle journeys where we're in the relative world and we're living out here, but those thoughts came from somewhere. And for me now, the fun is, where did that come from? And what made it happen? So much more powerful. And now you're seeing these things the way Ernest Holmes tried to teach us to see them, in an impersonal manner. They don't have heat anymore. They don't have the juice they usually have, because you're coming from creativity. So you're like, oh, that pissed you off. Oh, I know why. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of you were like, what? Anybody not getting this? Because I'll simplify it. Do my best. Good, you all get it, right? Great. So I'm going to ask you to really think about that, because it's like doing the impossible, being coherent with both your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, bringing them together to one place. I started thinking to myself, maybe we're meant to constantly be in both places at the same time. Maybe we have just evolved over the years as a way of saving ourselves by constantly wanting to live out here and react out here, because it's so much easier than living on the bigger scope, than taking on the moniker of I am the quantum field, thinking and breathing and creating, right? So losing my computer, while it upended my life, it did give me a very different perspective. So here's my new acronym for fun. You ready? Forever understanding nothing. Diane, what do you think about that?
It's a lot to unpack.
Forever understanding nothing. Being willing to pay attention to what's there without judging it or putting it in a box, or not giving it permission to be wrong, or not giving it permission to turn the corner and expand and be something else. Because I think we understand way too much. And yet, if I step out of the box and step into this world, that somewhere that I was talking about, another song from West Side Story, if we do that, we just have such a much bigger perspective of everything. So, untethering myself to what I know, or what I think I have to know, or what I think I have to accomplish, or what I think I have to create, just drop it all. Let it all go. Let this field that we all say knows exactly what it's doing, let this creative entity, this creative substance that is who I am, drive me, live me, move through me, and give me permission to hear it. And give myself permission to hear it, to surrender to it, and to see where it takes me. That's the fun. I'm never going to be disappointed because I'm never going to know. There you go. Forever understanding nothing. So how could I be disappointed? I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the great. And like Amy said, if I'm expecting the fun and the great and the success and the passion and all that stuff, then that's what's going to show up. I will be in Ralph's and some woman will dance with me. I know it wasn't Ralph's, it was somewhere else. Target? Old Navy. Target. Yeah. I love Target. Okay, my final slide is Ralph Waldo Emerson. We've seen this slide many times, but after everything I've just said, read it now. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. So what lies in you is a conscious awareness of everything you've learned, Dr. Eric, which is a lot. Everything you've learned, right? And everything that brought you to this moment in time. But you know what else is there? Because we usually go there. Here's the present and everything that brought me here. But you know what else is there? Everything that's coming after this. Because there is no time. Not really. It's just one continuum. So if it's all there, why make any of it any more important than anything else other than, as Michael Singer writes, being willing to be aware? And that's really what we're doing here. Becoming more aware, more awake, more focused on right here, right now, that everything is absolutely possible. Untethered. I got to tell you, lose your computer for a week. See what happens. It was really remarkable. I mean, I will be very honest, I started in hysteria. I mean, you got to all expect that. I started with like, oh my goodness. Yeah, not that word though. And then, but then as I did my work and my meditations, I became untethered. I became free. I was like, what am I holding on to? What do I think is on that computer that losing it means I've lost something of myself? I can't ever lose anything of myself because who I am is not particleized. Who I am is one whole thing, this entire universe, right here in this body, in this mind, in this consciousness. So reminding myself of that, remembering who I am, there is nothing that I can lose. There is only that which I can gain when I have fun living my life forever, understanding nothing and knowing that in the center of all of it, I know everything. And so it is. Okay. And yes, that was a lot to unpack, Diane. Yes. Trust me, I was unpacking it as I went.
External backup drive.
Exactly.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay, yes, I'm sure you're all going to go home and back up your computers, I hope. Yeah, anybody that's backing up to the iDrive, you might want to, yeah, Sue Ellen, back up. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Now's your giving opportunity. I invite you to take out your contribution, your tithe, your membership, your stewardship, whatever you call it something, so that you're deliberately doing what you want to be doing here. Okay, so can I have just some pretty music for a second? You know, this universe is so prosperous. I was gardening yesterday and snipping little pieces off of a plant, and there was a beautiful little yellow flower underneath all of this dead stuff that I kept, just this little tiny yellow flower. I was like, everywhere life is popping up, no matter what's around it. We live in an abundant, overabundant universe. And the universe is constantly giving back to us, day in, day out. So here's your opportunity to give to all that we do here, all that happens here, all that we create here. And I say thank you for everything that is given at this center, knowing that it is always, always multiplied abundantly in each life. I know this is so, I let it be so, and we say together, and so it is. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I am blessed. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Now I'd just like you to think about something in your life that you're grateful for, something specific. Bring up someone, something in your life. Just hold them there in your heart. Breathe into your heart. Let that person, that event, whatever it is, let that energy in you know how grateful you are for all the many blessings and for whatever that one thing is right now in this moment. Knowing that life always, always presents us with things to be grateful for. Just breathe deeply into that. And let that gratitude, let that vibration of giving and knowing and loving, let it just pour out of you and ripple into this room. Do you have that one thing? That one person? Let's do this and say this to them. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly grateful.
Good morning. It's Sunday, July 13th, and here are your GTC announcements. Join us this Friday, July 18th, for our next 9D Breathwork event with Dr. Eric Overholzer. If you want to experience freedom from stress and anxiety, this 9D Breathwork will be a perfect way to begin your weekend. The event takes place at 7 p.m. here in Westlake Village. You can buy tickets now on our website or at the door Friday night. Save the date of Sunday, August 3rd for two very special workshops taking place here in Westlake Village. Join Dr. Rita for her workshop, The Power of the Red Dress. That workshop is for ladies only at 1 p.m. But don't worry, men, Dr. Patrick has you covered. Also at 1 p.m., he'll be conducting his workshop, Treehouse of Discovery. You can sign up for these workshops now on our calendar page. You can always find out what's going on and make a donation using the QR codes you'll find on the back of our monthly theme cards. Use the camera on your smartphone and you'll go right to the calendar and donation pages on our website. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Thank you, Thor. And I want to say thank you to everybody who came to the picnic yesterday, and say thank you to Thor and Aaron for all the work they did coming over and helping us. And Paul Sherman, yes. Come on up, kids. Robbie? How's your summer? Are you swimming a lot?
Yeah.
Good, good. There you go. I know you're so tan. Nice tanning.
Today we talked about the quiet space
Oh.
in between a thought, in between a breath, in between doing. We're all like taught to just be constantly doing, and there's a lot of noise out there. So just really feeling into that quiet space. There's magic in there. And they felt into the quiet of their heart and then did a painting of what that felt like.
Can we see them?
They're so beautiful.
Turn that way, show them.
Explain what
Tell them what it is.
So mine is like, I don't know why I did the rainbow, but there's like, this is like the lava of everything going on. And there's just like this little
I'll hold it
peaceful
so you can
path.
see it. Go ahead, yeah.
It's just a little peaceful path with that you can walk. So like it's
Oh,
just.
can you all see that peaceful path? Oh, that's so beautiful. Nice job. What did you say?
Thank
You
you.
didn't know what was?
I didn't know why I did the rainbow. I just like rainbows.
It's great. Are you kidding? It's gorgeous. Nice job. Talk to us.
Okay.
Go, tell them.
I also did a rainbow because rainbows are nice.
Did you write on there too?
Yeah.
What does it say?
In between the space, I feel calm.
In between the space, I feel calm.
Yeah.
I love that. Did you make that up?
It was
Well,
a question they
yeah.
said to respond to.
Oh.
And David
The calm
wrote
was
on
my
his
part.
too.
What did you say?
What
Okay,
he
thank you.
feels
Good
in
job.
that space in between.
Do you want to read that? Go ahead.
Inside the space, I feel calmness.
Wow.
And this is
Show
a
him your
painting
picture.
of what he feels in the quiet space in his heart.
That's beautiful.
And we had really
Can I see
nice
the other one
music
too?
playing, and there
Oh,
was
look,
some,
there's another one too. Who are these guys?
I don't know if I can pronounce it, but it's like Italian brain rot.
What is it?
It's Italian brain rot again.
Italian brain rot.
Yeah. Good job. It's salt and pepper.
Did I say that right? Brain rot?
Yeah.
It's Italian brain rot. Thank you for bringing us to that today. Italian brain rot. I love it. Absolutely love it. You know, we were talking about the same thing up here as you were talking about downstairs. I don't know. We didn't coordinate. Well, let's give it up for the kids. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Wow. Sometimes I feel like you guys get gypped because you never leave with something, like a painting. Maybe some Sunday you'll all come in and grab a painting and I'll just have you paint. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, it's not happening. So, good, okay. Well, thank you all for being here today. Do I have anything else I have to announce, Thor? Oh, Consciousness on Demand is Pauline, and who else? And Eric. Yeah, where are you going to be, Eric? Eric, of course. Eric will be in the living room. Pauline will be in the meditation room. I know today was a little bit maybe heady. I know today was a little bit, what did you say, Diane? A lot to unpack. Yes. It's been a lot to unpack all week. So I always like to bring you up to date with where I am and where I'm going with this teaching. So, you know, if something came up today and you're not sure or you have some emotions about it, go talk to Eric because he knew everything I talked about today perfectly. And Pauline. Yeah, so go to them and just let your heart open up. Let yourself just be free to go explore something if you need to. These guys are terrific. Okay, come on up, guys. So take a deep breath. Amy, do you want to do a little closing for us here?
So as we sit right here, right now, in the very heart of that quantum field, of that divine givingness, of that unlimited energy and potential that each one here represents, that each one online represents, that with Let our hearts overflow with gratitude, with love for being able to be here, for the new ideas, for embodying that vitality, that energy that is everything that God is, that is everything that life is, that is transformative, that is powerful, that is unlimited, creative, that is healing, and that is a blessing. Just allow that flow to come into you, to come out of you, and to live this daily, to live this teaching as we learn how to do it, as we expand our consciousness, as our awareness continues to grow, and as we transform, as we uplift, so too does every living creature on this planet. And so, knowing this truth and holding this truth with a heart filled with love and joy and fun overflowing, I simply release my word as law, knowing that the law only says yes, yes, as this is the dream that is made manifest right here and right now. And so I simply release and say, and so it is.
And so it is. Great job. Thank you, Amy. Okay, everybody, join me, stand up. We have a new version of this today. We got the whole world in our hands. 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 Brother, we got you and me, brother. Sister, we got you and me, sister. In our hands, we got you and me, brother. In our hands, we got the whole world in our hands. Whole lot of fun, we got a whole lot of fun. In our hands, we got a whole lot of fun. In our hands, we got a whole lot of fun. In our hands, we got a whole lot of in our hands. We got a whole love. In our hands, we got a whole lot of love. In our hands, we got a whole lot of love. In our hands, we got the whole world in our hands. Whole world, we got the whole world. In our hands, we got the whole world. In our hands, we got the whole world. In our hands, we got the whole world in our hands. Yeah, go. We got the whole world in our hands. 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 Have a great Sunday, everybody.